Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another video on my YouTube channel, mrbdoeselectronics. And in this brand new video series, which I am calling Old But Gold, I'll be diving into a little bit older tech that most of the people have forgotten, but few remember. And I want to put forth their technological prowess and advantage and all the quirks and features that they had. And in my first episode, I'll be going through the whole Motomod from the Motorola company, all the Motomod accessories and the ecosystem, when they came, when they went out, why they went out, and how cool it is. So let's not waste any more time and dive right into this new video series. And if you do like videos like this, consider subscribing and also give the thumbs up to show some love and support. So let's dive right in. So first let's take a deep dive into what the Motomods actually are. These are these modular kind of devices which were launched by Motorola in the 2016 with their flagship model of Moto Z. These have their innovative pogo pin connectors on the back. All of them have. This is how they communicate with the devices, and the device itself also has these connectors, and it just snaps right into the back of the phone, and it gives you various features like these is the JBL sound boost, and there was also sound boost 2. Then there is this Alexa smart speaker module, then there was a projector module, the camera module, and 5G module, power bank, and many other decorative pieces which just snaps onto the back and change the design of the phone itself. It was, in my opinion, a fantastic approach to the modular way, and in the present date it has become even more relevant. Even though the idea was novel at the time in 2016 when it was launched, it has become more and more relevant nowadays. If you look at Framework Laptop, the company who is doing innovative work in the right to repair segment, they have brought out little modules which connect through Type-C, and they can give you various connected types like HDMI, display out, gigabit Ethernet, and lots more. So that is how the modularity is being focused nowadays, but this was the way that Motorola went with, but why they didn't go forward is a mystery. And in the world of cell phones or mobile phones, we have got Google's own Project Ara, which was also launched before but didn't see the light of day. It was a prototype and it didn't come into the hands of the consumer. So in my opinion, Motorola was the best company to implement it and actually give the users a usable product. So today we have a Moto Z Play, a first generation device launched in 2016 along with the Motomods. This is the Amazon Alexa smart speaker mod, and this is the JBL Sound Boost 1, which we bought along with the phone itself. And the drivers have been replaced in a previous video, link in the description and the iCard. This was bought with the phone second hand, and the Amazon Alexa one I bought from an international seller from Amazon, but this doesn't totally support first generation devices, but still if you have Z2 and up, I'll link it in the description below if you want to get your hands on an Amazon Alexa smart speaker Motomod. Now that's a mouthful. It was launched in 2016. It has a single SIM or a dual SIM version. This is the dual SIM version. It has got a Super AMOLED display, 5.5 inches, Gorilla Glass 3 in the front. It came with Android 6 out of the box and upgradable to Android Oreo, which it has right now. And it is powered by the Snapdragon 625. It has got micro SD and 3 gigs of RAM, 32 GB inbuilt memory, and it has got dual tone LED on the back with a 16 megapixel f2.2 camera with laser autofocus. It can do 4K 30 fps, 1080 30 fps, and 720p 120 fps. Shame no 60 fps in the 1080 mode, let alone 4K mode, but you have to put in you have to mind the time when this was launched, 2016. And the front camera which also has a LED flash. It is a 5 megapixel unit right over here. It can do 1080 at 30 fps, and it has got 3.5mm headphone jack, as you can see over here, and Type-C charging also. On the front also there is a fingerprint sensor, which I missed, proximity sensor, obviously, earpiece speaker, and funny thing is there is no main speaker on this earpiece, because the earpiece speaker itself acts as the main speaker, and I will give you the test later on. It's awful. Take my word for it, it's awful, and these are pretty much relevant to actually this phone, at least the Z Play. So now let's show you. As you can see, the fingerprint is fast enough for it to work, and it is working okay, no issues at all. Now let's just snap a Motomod to it and show you. And as you can hear, as you can see, the Motomod connected, it came, and here also this widget called Motomod connected, and this thing is now connected, the JBL speaker mod. And later on I will give you a little bit of a sound check of what it does. This is how the Motomod worked. It had got magnet on the 4 corners as well as on the pogo pin connected over here, and it just snapped together. Few of them had cutouts for the camera. As you can see, this doesn't have any cutout for the camera that the camera cannot see through. It requires all of the chassis. The Alexa Motomod actually requires a companion app from the house of Amazon, which is not supported in the current Android version Oreo on this phone. So if you buy this one, Motorola Z2 and up is supported, and as you saw, we have external Type-C connectors on both the Motomods to charge them externally. And next we will go into the sound test. So first let's go for the earpiece speaker itself. Extremely lackluster, if I might say so. And now let's snap on the JBL sound boost, which the drivers have been replaced. Fair warning, this is not original drivers. I hope it actually came through YouTube's compression and the video compression and everything, that the sound was increased and the quality has improved. And this is how it looks, and it has got this incline so that it can just stand like this, if you can see that. Ready to begin. I'm ready. So I hope this little sound test was enough to convince all of the viewers, all of you, that the Motomods truly are a beast of an accessories which you can snap onto your phone with ease. No pairing, no disconnecting, no such shenanigans with these. These are first party devices and they just work, and this is why they should, I am emphasizing should, exist in 2024, and Motorola should do everything to bring them back in some form or the other. Now I will just go through the last section of this video, that these are all my theories and are my thoughts that I have just jotted down and I am just throwing into this video, that why we are not seeing any Motomods in 2024 and why we might not expect one to be out anytime soon. These thoughts are in my humble opinion. You are most welcome to put your thoughts why we are not seeing any Motomods in 2024 or why we may not see any in the comment section below. I would very much like to read them and I go through all of your comments. So I think that the Motomods, when they were out in 2016, it was too future forward, that is, it was too early, and adoption was very light because people did not realize what they had in hand. So that is my first opinion. Second of all, there are some cons that I saw with these devices or these accessories or attachments called Motomods, is that even though they have batteries on the inside, they have USB-C charging, they have got the electronics and everything, they did not have any Bluetooth connectivity. This was a missed opportunity in my opinion, which Motorola had at the time to get more adoption of people, because every people are familiar with Bluetooth speakers, and if they just put in Bluetooth connectivity, these could have sold even more as Bluetooth speakers itself, standalone devices. These, as you can see, these are thin enough to fit in your pocket. Even when fitted onto the phone, these would have been excellent, and for the sound they produce, for the size, it is simply unchallenged in my opinion. And the other cons that I saw is that even though they have internal battery, it sucks the hell out of the battery of the phone itself when it is connected, and it just drains the battery of the phone. In my opinion, we need the phone to be charged more than that of the Motomod. So that is another limitation, or how they were programmed or how they were designed. And the other thing that I saw on the internet was they were hella expensive, man. After buying a Z series phone, which was the flagship series at that time for Moto, then you had to shell out even more to get the Motomods into the ecosystem, and they were expensive. I tell you, you can go through the historic prices if you want online. That is why I guess the adoption was very light and very limited. Other than that, they were not very widely available also. I had to search a long time to source whatever I have on the desk over here. So that's that. And other thing, this is a thought that I had, is that these are limiting the design of the phone that Motorola can put out to the market. That is, you can see the circular cutout of the camera. That is, the camera module can be of that size only, it is limited. The placement of the pogo pins on the back, that is where it is limited. You cannot put them anywhere else. The flat back, it is required for the adherence or the magnets to snap on, that is the Motomods to snap on. So they were very much limited in the design in which the phones were heading, I guess, and that is why they ditched the idea of Motomods. And last but not the least, it was the time when Lenovo was the mother company of Motorola, and there was a certain part of identity crisis that I read through in some of the articles that were happening, that Lenovo was trying to change the name of Motorola into Lenovo Moto, some kind of this name, and they were also using Motorola brands into Lenovo adverts, which were confusing a lot of people, and that is why I guess people didn't quite embrace it at the time, and they were slowly phased out. It's very sad, but that's the reality. So I hope all of you really enjoyed this video. This is a new type of series, old but gold. I have lots of old devices, retro tech, that I would very much like to showcase and go through their history. If you viewers like this kind of video, show some love, like, share and subscribe. Comment also what you want to see, give me ideas into what I can dive into more. I would very much like to dive into the history of BlackBerry. I am very much intrigued even after seeing the BlackBerry new cinema, the film that came out. So that is what I think I'll go for the next video, but of course put your ideas in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.